Welcome to the Tuesday stream. I hope everyone had an awesome long weekend. I certainly had a pretty chill weekend. How's everybody doing? Hey, Bread Boys, how's it going? Oh. Bread Crochet now. Is it? Did you change your name? Let me go ahead and... Sweet. Yep, nice. I like it. Everybody go to twitch.tv/breadcrochets. I like it, I like it. I mean, who is Bread Plays? Howdy, class time coming in hot this morning with a tier 1 subscription. Howdy. Thank you so much, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support, I appreciate it. There we go. Everybody go follow twitch.tv/classtime, and I gave them a little diamond badge so you know that they are a awesome content creator. Anybody who has that little cool little diamond, check them out. Thanks, Kenza's here. Hey. Howdy, howdy, howdy. How's everybody's long weekend? I certainly am glad that that it was a long weekend. As I was telling the story, I was not even aware it was a long weekend for me. In my head, I was working, but you know, it was a nice surprise Friday. Come to find out, I actually did have Monday off. We had a pretty cool, pretty chill Memorial Day stream with the co-host who had a rare opportunity to join us. Usually, unfortunately, she has like her work schedule is always like this, and my work schedule is different. So we had a rare opportunity to actually do the stream together, which is awesome. I like that, and I want to one day continue that further, not just on Saturdays, but just do it normally how we do it Monday through Thursday. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I appreciate that, class time. Thank you so much for the support. On the lurk from work? Haha, nice. On the lurk from work. Everybody go to twitch.tv/surfergirlphilly. We've got a star-studded morning today. We've got a star-studded morning today, that's for sure. I do also want to give a quick thank you to Tina underscore 2 for coming in yesterday and helping us dispatch a troll. I'm teaching remotely so I can hang out until the kids sign in. Nice. Diamond studded, that's right. That's right, I should have said diamond studded. I've all seniors and they think they're playing hooky. I've got the ability to use my phone as a remote camera. I'm trying to find out the app for it. Because today, I guess, the resident kitty cat has decided to chill. And she is currently right under my chair. And I want to show you guys. But I'm trying to find out. Oh, I hope I didn't delete the app. How did I do this last time? Hey Jesse, how's it going? Ah, here we are. Back. Okay, let's see. Droid cam, OBS. We're gonna call this kitty cam. And then we're gonna hit OK. Hey Memies, housework lurk. Activate. Wait. Alright, let's see. 1080, sure. Why not? Video format, MPEG. Use Wi-Fi. Refresh list. Oh, I see what it wants. Okay. It wants my IP address. Activate. Say hello to the kitty cat. Oh, sorry, it's backwards. Say hello to the little loaf. She's just loafing. Loafing and laxing under my desk. Hey, Darknut. How's it going? Just loafing and laxing. Occasionally we will check back. We will check back with the resident cat. Hey, Gaming Mind, how's it going? Kitty cam, yes. She's just gonna hang out under the desk, which is fine. Alright, folks, we got a few things to go over here. I'm good, I'm hanging in there. Okay, we got some headlines to go through. Alright, folks. I think this is gonna this is going to transition nicely from this story to the next one.
Create an independent inquiry to investigate. A Senate vote to create an independent inquiry to investigate the January 6th riot on the Capitol has, of course, failed. Now, the potential effectiveness of such an inquiry, I think, can be debated. It could have been used as an excuse simply to create a greater surveillance
Oh yeah,
state,
I can't talk. Hold
much
on,
in the way
folks.
that the 9/11
Hold on, folks. I can't do politics because it's against terms of service, even though there's an entire category dedicated to politics. Even though there's an entire category dedicated to politics.
Commission did. But of course, that was not the argument brought forward by Republicans and a couple Democrats who didn't even show up for the vote. I'll get to that in a second. But clearly, they were against this. The majority of Republicans were against this as a way to protect Trump and other Republicans that potentially may have been involved. So first here from CNN with more on the vote. The vote was 54
Get
to 35,
your politics
showing
off
the
my-
bill had a
off my
bipartisan
website.
majority of support with 6 Republicans voting with Democrats. However, the
Off my
bill
gaming
needed 60
website.
votes to advance. The 6 GOP senators who backed the bill were Mitt Romney of Utah, Susan Collins of Maine, Bill Cassidy of Louisiana, Rob Portman of Ohio, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, and Ben Sasse of Nebraska. 9 Republican senators and 2 Democrats didn't vote. So 2 Democrats didn't even show up. Sinema and Murray. Now, I guess their votes in this case wouldn't have mattered, but I mean, it really shows you something. It shows you how weak Democratic leadership is if they can't even
Pet the mods.
whip their own members to come and vote for something as important for them as the January 6th inquiry.
Yeah,
Now,
I know. This is trolls.
First,
It's okay.
before I get to a little more on what the commission was supposed to do, this reaction made me laugh. Lindsay Wise here tweeted out, a distressed Manchin, Joe Manchin, as the commission appears headed for defeat in the Senate.
President Joe
Quote, I'm
Manchin.
very disappointed, very frustrated that politics has trumped literally and figuratively the good of the country. Joe Manchin is the guy that you see on television, the Democratic senator on television all the time talking about how we got to work with Republicans. We got to reach across the aisle.
Yeah,
we gotta
yeah,
work
yeah.
with them. If we reach across the aisle, they're going to work with us. And and this vote shows you they will not. Not even on an investigation on a riot on the Capitol.
Howdy.
Imagine
you
if the
for
roles
hanging
were
out here.
reversed. That somehow Democratic voters were that completely insane. And they stormed the Capitol, broke down windows, injured Capitol officers, did all of what you saw, but instead it was Democrats. Of course, Republicans would be talking about that for years.
Oh, yeah,
Look how
no,
long they spent on Benghazi. Yet here, they can't even.
I appreciate that analysis,
vote
please.
in
I really do.
favor of this commission that would have looked into a little more into who was behind and involved in the Capitol riots. But more on what the commission would have done. The bill would create a 10-member commission evenly divided between.
Yeah, like, these people cry about bipartisanship all the time. This is the epitome of bipartisanship. There would be an exact equal amount of people. 5 from Democratic, 5 from Republican. Both would have equal subpoena power. This is literally the definition of bipartisanship right there. And they still refused. Okay? And they still refused. Are you a fan of Ron DeSantis? No. Clapped. Hey, Eric, how's it going? This is literally the definition of bipartisanship, and they still don't take it.
between members selected by
Hey, Heat,
Democratic
how's it
and
going?
Republican leaders. Both sides would have equal subpoena power, and the commission will be tasked with issuing a report with findings about the January 6th attack by the end of the year. Much of the language in the legislation is copied from the bill creating the 9/11 Commission, which passed with an overwhelmingly bipartisan vote in the Senate in 2002. And out of that, you really didn't get all that much except for a increased surveillance state. And so it's in terms of the merits and the potential effectiveness of a commission on this riot is up in the air. Who knows if it actually would have accomplished anything worth actually doing it. But regardless, as I said, no one that voted against it
Morning.
made that the reason that they voted against it. It was all in a way to continue protecting Republicans. And now you're going to continue seeing people like Joe Manchin or Joe Biden go out there and discuss that, oh, yes, we can still work with Republicans. We got to find bipartisanship on these bills. Even after this vote failed, it's clear Republicans have no interest. Mitch McConnell already said that they're going to be 100% against anything Joe Biden does, much like they were with Obama. So they've stated this publicly. They've shown you on this commission they will not vote for you on the most basic thing, yet they will still pretend that they got to work across the aisle. And of
sadistic
course,
psycho.
it's because people like Joe Manchin and Joe Biden don't actually care to pass anything. If they did, then they would work to get rid of the filibuster at the very least.
Yeah, so the whole point of this is here's your bipartisanship. Here's your bipartisanship at work. Okay? Here's your bipartisanship at work. Texas governor to veto state legislator funding after Democrats walk out. That's why we need an investigation to prove that it was Antifa and not the Patriots who stormed the Capitol. True. Exactly. Right? Why would they be against that? Weird. Texas Governor Greg Abbott on Monday said he will veto funding for the state legislature after Democrats staged a walkout the day before to prevent a passage of sweeping election bills. So the Democratic Party in Texas, essentially what they did was create a situation where they weren't able to hold quorum, and in an attempt to stop this voting bill, right? Texas Democrats walked off the state house late Sunday night to block the passage of legislation that would add new obstacles for voting in the future elections and limit availability in certain forms of voting that are largely used by low-income and handicapped people. Democrats slowly left the floor as the nights progressed until 10:30 p.m. when the remaining members exited the chamber. The walkout left the state house without enough members to present to reach a quorum, preventing the Republicans from passing the legislature before the midnight deadline. The move came after the House of Debate and Procedural Objections to Senate Bill 7, which passed the Senate early Sunday morning and looked to be sent to Abbott's desk for signature. Abbott, in a tweet on Monday, announced his intention to veto funding for the legislature. I will veto Article 10 of the budget passed by the legislature. Article 10 funds the legislative branch. No pay for those who abandon their responsibilities. Stay tuned. Oh my god. So, in other words, do what I want. First of all, do what I want. And if you don't do what I want, then I will just scorch earth. I don't care. I don't care if there was Republicans. I don't care if there was Democrats. Scorched earth. Nobody gets pay because you didn't do what I wanted. Like, wait, what? That's not... Wait. That's not how this works. First of all. And second of all, there's your bipartisanship. There's your bipartisanship. Right there. That's right, KTS. They spin you in circles. First there was no insurrection, then Antifa did it, then there's no need to investigate. That's right. Yeah, that's right. And here's the tweet in question. In a statement published the same day, Abbott said it was He was deeply disappointed and concerning that the election bill did not reach his desk. He said he would add legislation to the state's special session agenda, and he expects the legislators to have worked out their differences before returning to the Capitol. I expect legislators to have worked out their differences prior to arriving back at the Capitol so they can hit the ground running, pass legislation related to these emergency items and other priority legislation. During the special session, we'll continue to advance policies that put that put the people of Texas first. Wait a minute. Was there some serious, voter shenanigans in Texas to the point where they need to pass some type of voter integrity? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that never happened. So what exactly is the emergency items and priorities related to a problem that never existed in the first place? Yeah, he's just insufferable, and if he doesn't get his way, he's just going to scorch earth. That's right, Darkness. It's such a shame that these rhinos sold out to the CCP and now they don't want us to know the truth about Antifa's involvement in the Capitol riot. That's right. That's right. According to the Dallas Morning News, Sunday marked the 4th time Texas lawmakers have broken up quorum to protest the bill's passage. Democratic State Representative Gene Wu denounced Abbott's plan to veto the legislative funding, calling the move petty and tone-deaf even for Texas. Punishing working class office staff, maintenance, and other support services because he didn't get every single one of his demands is on brand for every Texas Republican. That's true. I don't give a shit about my $600 a month, but there are thousands of workers here with family support. This is pretty toned up even for Texas. Yeah, I mean, like, he doesn't care. Never did. That's right, Texas almost turned blue last year, or there was fraud. The bill, if passed by the state senate and ultimately signed by Abbott, would ban drive-through voting, impose state felony penalties on public officials who offer mail-in voting applications to voters who did not request them. I mean, but like, why is that even a problem? So just to be clear, because you received an application does not translate that A, you will vote by mail, or B, that you voted by mail. Receiving an application is just that. It's receiving an application for the possibility of maybe you wanting to vote by mail. That's it. That's it. It would also prohibit 24-hour voting, which was used by more than 100,000 voters in the 2020 election in Harris County, where Biden won with about 56% of the vote. Oh, I see. I see. Additionally, the legislation would allow courts to overturn elections if the number of votes illegally cast in the election is equal to or greater than the number of votes necessary to change the outcome of an election, instead of having to confirm evidence of election fraud. What? Wait. What problem exactly is this solving? Hold on. Wait. The legislation would allow courts to overturn elections if the number of votes illegally cast in the election is equal to or greater than the number of votes necessary to change the outcome of an election, instead of having to confirm evidence of election fraud. Wait, no, we have like laws. We have hey Doc, how's it going? We have procedures for this, and we have rules to deal with election fraud or voting fraud. If it does happen, you will be found and you will be caught, and that's a felony. It's already done. It's already dealt with. We caught the handful of people. We figured it out. There was like at most a handful. So, yeah, what problem is this exactly designed to solve here? What problem for the people of the state of Texas is this designed to solve? I mean, if you live in Texas I would highly recommend you get familiar with your state legislature, your senators, and remind them that they're supposed to be representing you, the people of Texas, and pose the question of what exactly is this? What problem exactly is this supposed to solve? Right? What problem is this exactly supposed to solve? And furthermore, in order for you to have the ability to overturn an election or throw out the results of an election, ideally, you would want evidence, facts behind that, right? I mean, just think about the ramifications that this has. For elections in terms of like in Texas, or maybe if it sets precedent, more states, more red states may adopt this type of nonsense where you don't need evidence of election fraud to potentially throw out a result. I mean, granted, for this to work, for example, in the state of Wisconsin, they would need to find 20,000 votes for something like this to kick in. But it's the principle behind it, right? For you to be able to to overturn elections, you need to have evidence. There must be an incredible situation where there was just absolute fraud across the board, and it was investigated, and there was a massive fraud that happened, right? That's how you would then begin to have an investigation and talk about overturning an election. But that's not how that works. You can't just say, "Oh, we got to throw it out because there's some numbers here that don't match." You investigate it. That's how that works. You do an investigation, you find the facts, you show the receipts, and then you say, "Hey, look, we've got some shenanigans going on here. Here's the evidence." And then you make a decision, right? Eric with a gifted tier 1 sub to Darknet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh my goodness. We've got another tier 1 subscription gifted to Gaming Mind. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's been quite a while. Yeah. So the point is, this is disturbing. This is moving away. Wait, weren't these the Oh, wait. Weren't these the facts over feelings kind of people? Hold on. So what they're saying, what they're saying is, if the numbers feel, like they're like they're not correct, then we can just throw out an election instead of having like an investigation and provide the receipts. That sounds kind of weird. And again, what problem is this designed to solve? What emergency? What emergency is this designed to solve? Jesus Christ. The Texas voting bill follows a trend of GOP-dominated legislatures considering sweeping election reforms that critics say would restrict citizens' access to vote. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp in March signed legislation that limits the use of ballot drop boxes, established photo ID requirements for absentee voting, among other restrictions. Florida Governor DeSantis signed similar legislation earlier this month, which will limit access to ballot drop boxes, require voters who want to cast absentee ballots to submit new requests for them every election cycle instead of every 4 years, and prohibit anyone other than election workers from giving out food or water to people waiting in line within 150 feet of a polling place. So, get very familiar if you live in any of these states. . Howdy. Happy Tuesday. Or should I say, Super Tuesday? Have a Super Tuesday. Please get familiar with all of these votes, with all of these laws, okay? If you live in Florida, if you live in any of these red states that have these laws, get familiar. Check your registration. Make sure you haven't been accidentally purged. Make sure that if now you have to request a absentee ballot every election cycle, make sure that you have that. It's not every 4 years anymore. It's every time, every election cycle. Do not let this stop your ability to vote, right? Because that's the idea. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, whatever like law that is enforced because of the people who are in power right now, in terms of your state, get very familiar with them, understand them, make sure you know, and if there are laws being coming down the pipeline, get familiar. Start familiarizing yourself with your state representative, state senator, governor, what bills are coming down the pipeline, because all of this is very important. This is their winning strategy, and I think it's very effective. This is their winning strategy, and it's very effective. They're hyper focusing on local politics, state by state. State by state, right? Maybe we should learn from that. Okay? Maybe we should learn from that. Soccer said. Oh yeah, radical centrist. Yeah, is this the same radical centrism that Pim Tool uses? Is that the same radical centrism that Pim Tool uses? You just said that with a straight face. Yeah, okie dokie, buddy. Okie dokie. First of all, that's not how your show is billed, okay? That's not how your show is billed. Your show is billed as the left, the populist left, and I use this in their terms, not the populist left and the populist right, on each side, coming together to discuss ideas or whatever the building of the show is, right? That's what it's supposed to be. It wasn't radical centrists come together and wait. No. You don't get to slide out of that one, my friend. I'm basically politically homeless. Yeah, okay, sure, buddy. The same radical centrism that Pim Tool deploys. Wait, did I miss? Okay. I'm not shocked though. Yeah. I mean, it's not the first time this tactic has been deployed, right? Where they had the extreme center. Yeah.
The crisis on the southern border is quickly
Jesus Christ. Let's check out the radical centrist. Radical centrist. Radical centrist. Anybody see a pattern here? Radical centrist, yeah. Okie dokie, buddy. Whatever you say. Is Sagar trying to single-handedly drag the Overton window to the right? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Happy Pride Month, that's right. It's June 1st, folks. It used to be all videos about how great Trump is. Yeah, now it's all videos about how, like, I don't know, just random stuff. QAnon. The woke media. Democrats bad. Democrats bad. Democrats bad. Democrats bad. Democrats bad. Oh, finally. Wait, we have to scroll down a month into this before we find something like finally reporting on like just the FBI raided Giuliani's house. I mean, nice meme. Nice, radical centrist Timpool. Kyle tried to be nice and say you're populist, right? And then he went on, who, me, bro? I'm basically political homeless, bro. I'm more of a radical centrist, bro. I mean, I only talk about one side, and it's like really weird, but I only specifically make sure that I hyper like target one side, and I make a point to always like never bring up the problems with the right. But yeah, no, I'm just a centrist. It's just weird how that works out, right? It's just weird how that works out. Nice meme. I think Ryzen is meant to appeal to people and the government to pay for their healthcare, but still hold reactionary positions on whole social. Yeah, I mean, like, isn't that what like more or less like Sauger is kind of like that? He was crapping on Chris Hayes for pushing Russiagate, saying it was the same as politicians pushing to stop the steal. Yeah, a completely unfounded conspiracy versus how many indictments? Dozens of indictments? Same thing. Listen, if you wanna complain about the messaging about how, like, you know, the Democratic Party just put all their eggs on the basket of like just Russiagate and constantly focusing on that when they should have just been focusing on, like, I don't know, just doing the investigations, putting the results out there, and then just working for the people and producing results for the people. Fine, okay, they overplayed their hand. They like I think they went like way too you know, they just threw everything in Russiagate or something like that. It just became like a they essentially made it into a meme while there was serious investigations going on and indictments and convictions, right? I think they should have just done the investigations, published the findings, and then moved on, and then say, hey, look, we need to start working for the people. We need to start exactly We need to start focusing on solutions to some of these like core problems that we're seeing, that people are talking about, you know, that people want, like healthcare. We need to start having conversations about healthcare. We need to start having conversations about economic stability, like things like that. I mean, like, but just this like overplaying of that, I think, was detrimental. And that's why the right kind of weaponizes that, right? To kind of like meme it, right? When in reality, I mean, sure. When in reality, yes, there was indictments, there was convictions, there was serious investigations as to what was going on there. It was a little weird. But I think they should have just done that, right? And to KTS's point, like, yeah, it's the same thing, you know, people getting found guilty and indictments and all these investigations bearing fruit versus a completely unfounded conspiracy theory about the overturning of the elections, right? Yeah, the same. Like, what nonsense is that? By the way, that spot ad looks based. Hot tub politics incoming. Should I get into the hot tub meta? When I was apolitical, I noticed that when Republicans do something bad, they go, "But what about?" Yeah, it's a logical fallacy. It's whataboutism. When the Dems do something bad, they'll go, "Oh yeah, look at this." Yeah. I know. It's a political game. If the shoe, hey, spread it forward. If the shoe was on the other foot, had the Republicans found far left country was putting too much propaganda, pretending to be American in their Discord, they would be livid. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, the point is, no, these things are not the same. These things are not the same. Not even close. Not even remotely close. An unfounded conspiracy theory versus like actual result, like convictions and indictments. These are not even. He's trying to. This is. I would say like borderline attempting to downplay the severity of what that does to our democracy, to take like a to take that position and downplay the damage that this whole quote-unquote stop the steal has done. Yeah, that's right, Irked. That's right. Yeah, that's right. The new diss is to call someone a left-wing Rush Limbaugh, but we honestly... Oh, man. Everybody's taking their... Everyone's taking their dumb juice today. The new diss is to call somebody a left-wing Rush Limbaugh, but we honestly don't have anyone. Does anyone even close isn't respected by the left? Jimmy Dore. Oh no, not this guy. Not Jimmy Dore. By the way, how's it going, stupid guy? I hope you're doing alright. Alright, so the reason why I brought up the video and this article is to kind of like, again, hammer down the point of like bipartisanship isn't going to happen with these people, okay? It's just not. Every single attempt it just doesn't work. Okay? It's just not working, right? And time again, when the party in power, when the Republican Party is the party in power, they kind of just push their agenda. I mean, presumably that's why the majority was elected, to push their agenda, right? Presumably. So, yeah, of course they're gonna push their agenda without bipartisan. Do you think that they cared about bipartisanship when they pushed the when they pushed that abortion bill? Do you think they cared about bipartisanship when they pushed that abortion bill? No. Hey, Miss Nika, how's it going? Doing fantastic. Nice to hear. Vosh's left-wing Rush Limbaugh. Oh yeah, we're streaming. Yeah, we are. I mean, I hope we are. Texas has lost their mind again. Yep. Vosh is a terminally online debate, bro. Sam Cedar being called the left-wing Limbaugh is very wrong and very funny. Yeah, that's why it's in that video, in that little halftime fun half. True. Jimmy isn't really respected by anyone serious. We see us grifting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Is it like, is it possible that he just went off the deep end, or was he always like this? I don't know. Either way, he's cringe. Either way, Jimmy Dore is cringe. So my point, my TLDR of this is to understand that bipartisanship is not going to work. It's just not going to work, okay? They're not interested in it. And even when provided the opportunity of... when provided the opportunity to have a equal and perfect bipartisanship committee to investigate. Remember, the original line was that they had nothing to do with it. The original line was like, oh, well, it wasn't really that bad. If it's not really that bad, then that investigation shouldn't be an issue. You both have 5 Republicans, 5 Democratic folks, both have equal subpoena power, and they still didn't take it. They're not interested. Okay, they're not interested. I'm still glad I have no idea who Vosh is. It's probably best. Oh man. Listen, occasionally he will have good takes, but I think that like his overall like his overall wave, like I don't know, just like his overall like rhetoric and just I tried. I was a Vosh fan. I watched him for a while actually, but nah, I don't. Vosh is just fun for blood sports, not much else. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to be entertained, I suppose. I used to watch him a lot, but nah. Yeah, Broken Clock or something. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't know, he just like... I just completely turned off. So here's more bipartisanship happening. Push to review 2020. Oh no, this is not it. This is not it here. Hold on, folks. Exclamation merch, yes. Some cool stuff there. I promise. One thing the right does effectively, and I wish we were able to do that, is there's an issue like climate change, they're able to take an idea where the scientists are overwhelming in unison and make it appear 50-50. That's really hard to do, but they did it. Yes, but the only reason that happens is because the media allows it. It's because the media allows it. Okay, the only reason these nonsense points get made is because a more mainstream media allows it to happen. Okay, it allows the debate to happen. Okay, if they really wanted to be fair, they would have a panel of like 10 scientists, and one of them would be the one denying climate change, and that person would look like, you know, that person would look like the clown, right? So yeah, and it is true that they're more effective at the whole like media and talking points and narratives. They're pretty good at that. Okay. Hey, Potato Bandplug, how's it going? The panel sucked though? True. The media is owned all by corporations. The profits from the status quo to be maintained. Yeah, that's to a degree that's true. But the German government bipartisan themselves into Nazis. I don't know if it was like the problem of bipartisanship. That was it. I think the reason why that happened was because the Weimar Republic failed to address very core issues. Very core issues that were happening. They failed. They continued to act as if nothing was happening, and it led to that. At the root of it, that's really what happened, right? That's really what happened. The Weimar Republic failed, on all accounts, to address like core issues. There was a lot of economic strife because of the outcome of the First War, and yeah, people didn't receive the results from their government, and they turned to a person who they thought would. They turned to a person who thought would deliver. That's right. Hey Justin, how's it going? The Lib Dems joined forces with the Natsox to keep the communists out of power. Yep. That's also true. We worked our butt off last night. We were supposed to be off today, but I have a feeling that they're going to call me in. Wait, how can you be off, but then they can call you back in? What? I suppose it depends on the job, but if I'm off, I'm off. Oh yeah, on call. That's right. I work at Denny's and it's very short-staffed. Oof. Yikes. Walmart will call me in on all the time, and I can't deny it, but they try to guilt trip you, and then they claim you volunteered so it doesn't break their 5-day work maximum. Wait, what kind of BS is that? Wait, what kind of BS? What? Miss Nixa? No way. I'm sorry. I like when I have my day off. When I have my day off, that is my day off. You can miss me with that BS. They would not. Yeah, I mean, like, I think that you know, there was there was this one time where I accidentally signed in early. Because usually I like take time to boot up my computer. I take time to make sure everything's working, and I accidentally left the chat on, and I get a message saying, "Oh yeah, can you log in early?" I'm like, no. No, actually I can't. My work hours are from 11:30 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's it. No, I didn't get yelled at for logging in early. I was asked to come in early. Like, as soon as I signed in, I'm like, bro, just because I'm signed in does not mean that my shift starts. Like, wait, what? wait, I signed into the chat because we have like, it's like a Skype, a Skype thing. And because we're working from remote right now. So I signed into the chat because it just does that automatically. I check to make sure everything's working. I check that, that my computer's good, and I get a message from my boss like, "Oh yeah, like we're struggling. Can you please sign in early?" I'm like, no. Blackguard just bragged about having interviewed Joe Skunk. I was like, wait, why the hell would you interview him in the first place? Nice meme. My boss is breaking labor laws. I work second shift, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. You would try to call me in at 6 a.m. Nope. Yeah, no. Like, wait, no. My hours of operations are my hours of operations are from 11:30 to 8 p.m. That's it. That's the hours of operation. If you want more, A, no. B, no. And C, maybe. If you pay. That's right. Yeah. I said the same thing to my coworker the other day. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Like, I don't listen, if I'm off and they're having a issue with coverage, that's a them problem. That's a them problem. Yeah, that's a them problem. Hey, you want to have ample coverage? I got a radical idea. Hire somebody. I have to fix my schedule every 2 weeks because the robot would schedule me outside of my hours. Wait, what? Yeah, I mean, I have a, for some weird reason, our small team has their scheduling done by like an outside team, which is really weird because like we're a small team. I believe the supervisor can do that, but whatever, that's neither here nor there. The problem with that is sometimes that's not in sync, and that was the reason why I thought I was working yesterday, because on my schedule it said I was working. Yikes. Oops. Hold on, folks. I swear they're just doing it to mess with us, probably. You want a red ADT shirt? That sounds good. Okay. Wait, I don't offer red? What? For real? I thought I had like all the basic colors. I guess I don't. I'm gonna have to check that. Okay. Red hoodies, not red shirts. Wait. I could have. Okay, maybe. I, if I did it for hoodies, I should have. Should have done that. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Aha. Oh yeah, I don't have red. Why? Why do I not have red? How can I edit this? Hello? Design? Color? What do I... Details. Silver, blue, black, navy. True Royale. So what if I take away the navy? Aha, red. Save. Okay, there we go. We did it. Proceed. Okay, so we fixed one of them. I will fix the other. Oh, I think I know. No, it doesn't matter. It should be fine. Updating item. Okay. Well, we got one red. I mean, we got one done. He does offer blue, but not red. Yeah. Avoiding gank. Hey, Memo, for the record, how's it going? I thought I had all the basic colors. I mean, I have red for every other thing, mostly. I don't get it. Navy. Blue. Yeah, like, there's already blue. There you go. Save. No, there are, hey, listen, Potato. They already know about the Minecraft one, okay? We now say in Roblox. Okay, I fixed it. I fixed it. Zanzi with rating with a party of 12. Good morning, everybody. Mitnerd, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Howdy, everybody. Hey, Alex, how's it going? So we got a, woo. Got a star-studded morning or diamond-studded morning. Please go follow twitch.tv/Zanzi, twitch.tv/Kezbox. Thank you. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Came in recommended by Kezbox, so give him cheers. Yes, of course. We need to make videos. Thank you for the follow, Zanzi. Go raid my... I got? My son let the cat out and that's not supposed to go out. Oh yeah. So funny story about this weekend. Our cat is an indoor cat. And our cat decided that as soon as we opened the door, we decided to, hey, let's see what she does if she gets out. And the first thing that she does is bolt straight for the dirt pile that we have in front of our door, in front of our apartment. The first thing that happens is that she bolts straight out the door and rolls in the in the dirt. And I'm like, no, kitty, no. That's a bad kitty. That's the first thing that she does. Immediately. She didn't run out, or she didn't, like, decide to, you know, go anywhere else. She just went straight for the front, into the dirt. Mine got knocked up, so dirt is better. Ooh. Yeah, we think, or we're pretty convinced, that she's already fixed, because, she's got that mark on her belly, that blue mark that they use to indicate that a animal has been spayed. She's due to give birth soon. I mean, that's cute. Like, kitties are cute. My dog loves to roll around the door. It snorts when she plays, and I'm convinced that she's part piggy. They do that to cool off and to coat their fur to repel the fleas. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. We're trying to get her used to a harness so that we can take her outside. We use our garage as a cat airlock to make sure they don't get out. Alright folks, good morning everybody. Thank you for hanging out. I am A Difficult Truth. If you guys have never seen me before, we do news and politics from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Monday through Thursday, we have Saturday Catterday with the co-host. There's two of us, I promise. With the co-host, we do Saturday Catterdays. We generally play video games or just hang out. Really fun stuff. Make sure to pull a small bell around her neck when you let her outside so birds get alarmed. Cat's killed so many birdies. Oh no. I think it's sad we can't let, have a good day. You have a good day. I think we can't, I think it's sad we can't let animals, let animals they obviously want to be outside. Outside, yeah, I mean, our cat has become an indoor cat, basically. Our cat has become an indoor cat. We have a theory that, she once belonged to somebody and was abandoned. We don't know if that's true, but she is completely well adjusted. But we have a theory that she was abandoned. Push to review 2020 votes across the U.S. in effort to handcuff democracy. Moved by conservative activist experts say is a dangerous attempt to sow doubt of the results, a strike at the heart of the democratic process. Conservative activists across America are pushing efforts to review the 2020 vote for more than 6 months after the election. Yeah, folks. It is now June. It is June, okay? And we're still talking about this. If a bell catches on something, your cat will be strangled. Absolutely don't do that. Ooh, yikes. No, our cat does not have a collar with a little bell. I mean, we bought her one, but I mean, she just hangs out here inside. We have an invasive bird. I let my cat hunt because it kills other birds and throws her eggs out of the nest. Oh, an invasive bird species? Ooh. Encouraged by ongoing haphazard view of 2 million ballots in Arizona, activists are pushing to review votes or voting equipment in California, Georgia, Michigan, and New Hampshire. Meanwhile, in Wisconsin, the powerful Speaker of the State House of Representatives recently hired an ex-law enforcement officer, including one with a history of supporting Republicans, to spend the next 3 months investigating claims of fraud. At least one of the officers hired has a history of supporting GOP claims. The announcement also came as state officials announced they found 27 cases of potential fraud out of 3.3 million votes cast. They did it, folks. They figured it out. They did it. 27 cases, folks. Good job. Good job. And out of those 27 cases, about 11 of them were actual, like, people trying to vote twice or people trying to vote for other people. The other 16 cases out of the 27 were misdirect addresses and incorrect information, basically. The reviews are not going to change the 2020 election results or find widespread fraud, which is exceedingly rare. Nonetheless, the conservative activists behind the effort, many of whom have little election experience, have championed the reviews as an attempt to assuage concerns that the 2020 election was stolen. If the probes don't turn up anything, they will only reserve to increase confidence in elections, proponents say. No, it's the exact opposite. We did the things, okay? We already did the things. We did the investigations. We didn't find anything. And you continue to push to find, like, maybe this time we'll find something. Like, okay. Oh no, Kaz. Yeah, of course. Cats are... they hunt. But you can also have an indoor cat, like mine. And exactly. So you're not trying to increase confidence in elections. Okay? That's not what this is about at all. Because we did do probes. We did do recounts. We had dozens. We have dozens of cases brought up by different courts. We've already figured this out, okay? There is no widespread fraud. There's nothing to indicate that there was a massive conspiracy to overturn the election. There is nothing indicating that this election was any different than any other previous election, with the exception that we had a monumental turnout, which was the unique thing about this election. We had a monumental turnout. That's it. Everything else is normal. There was no difference between having an election previously and having the 2020 election. There was literally nothing. No difference at all, except that more people voted. More people voted because, well, more people voted, well, because they had access to vote. They had access to vote by mail. They had access to drop off their absentee ballots, so on and so forth. But experts see something more dangerous happening, continuing to review elections, especially after a result has been finalized. Yeah, exactly, KTS. This has been the most secure American election in history. Yeah, and the most scrutinized election, too. I mean, like, all eyes were on this election. If some real shenanigans happened, I mean, we would have known. Continuing to review elections, especially after a result has been finalized, will allow conspiracy theories to fester and undercut the authority of legitimately elected officials. True. Once election results are certified by state officials, they have long been considered final, and it's unprecedented to continue to probe results months after an official is sworn in. Yeah, like, this is months. We're about almost half a year. Okay? Drop it. It's over. It's done. The only thing you're doing is attempting to undercut our democratic institutions. Once elections are certified by states officials, they have long been considered final. It's unprecedented to continue to probe results after an official is sworn in. It's an issue that gets at the heart of the American electoral system. If Americans no longer have faith in their officials, that their officials are legitimately elected, then the country's heading down an extremely dangerous path. I mean, yeah, true. True. I mean, if you keep doing this, and this is the game plan every time, and this is the game plan every time, people are just gonna think that this isn't, like, legitimate. And it's gonna start shaking people's faith in the electoral system when there's no reason for that. I love voting by mail, gives me hours of researching each thing versus panicking at the booth for wasting people's time. Yeah, I get it. Absolutely. It's either a witting or unwitting effort to handcuff democratic self-governance. I agree. The effort also comes at the same moment where Republican legislators across the country are pushing new restrictions to restrict voting access. Unable to point evidence of significant fraud, Republican lawmakers have frequently said that new restrictions are needed to restore confidence in the election. Right, like, that's the whole thing that's disturbing about this, like, move, right? Supposedly, the premise of all of these laws are to attempt to restore confidence in our electoral system. But who shattered that confidence in the first place? Who keeps questioning that? And furthermore, what evidence do you have to necessitate election integrity legislation? My cats protect the local hedgehogs. Oh, that's cute. Oh. Hold on, folks. Okay. Here we are. What? Are you for real right now? Ugh. Can it be Friday yet? I wish. I'll let you know when I develop that technology, Surfer Girl. That's right. Oregon has been voting by mail for more than a decade. It's honestly made it easier for the elderly to vote or young people who that maybe feel intimidated in the voting booth. Yep. In New Hampshire, activists have tried to co-opt an audit of the 15,000 person town of Windham to try and resolve a legitimately discrepancy in vote totals for a state representative race. They unsuccessfully tried to pressure officials there to drop experienced auditors in favor of Jovan Pulitzer, a conspiracy theorist reportedly involved in the Arizona recount, who has become a kind of celebrity among those who believe that the election was stolen. Even though the experienced auditors have found no evidence of wrongdoing, activists have continued to float baseless theories of wrongdoing in a Telegram channel, of course, in a Telegram channel following audits. Nothing today is showing evidence of fraud. Nothing today is showing evidence of digital manipulations of the machine. Harry Hursty, an election expert and one of the auditors, said this week, according to WMUR, it's amazing how much disinformation and dishonest reporting has been spreading. Yeah, so, this needs to stop. I mean, at this point, this needs to stop. You know? You are effectively undercutting democracy itself by putting into question and using that pretense to deploy voting election integrity laws in an effort to fix a problem that never existed in the first place. Why? I mean, you're literally it's undermining. It's undermining democracy because if you touch the most sacred part of our democratic system, the vote, I mean, that's just what it is. Hey, hiya. Just ordered a difficult Kiss Cut stickers, a tank top, and a t-shirt. Oh my goodness. That was a massive drop right there. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate that, Heat. I saw an MTV show about I really do appreciate that. You guys have been absolutely amazing with all the support you guys have given. You guys are gonna make me blush. I saw an MTV show about a girl with an extreme bird phobia. I was so scared of birds that she couldn't do a job interview because there was birds in the parking lot. Yeah, that does happen. So that's the TLDR of this, right? Stop messing with the integrity of the election, okay? It happened. It's over. We're June now. We're in June. Okay? Repeatedly. There has been no evidence of widespread fraud that would even be remotely close. That would be even remotely close to being on the radar of anything serious happening. Okay? And that needs to stop. And that needs to stop. I saw this headline and I thought this was interesting, so we're gonna check this out. We're gonna check what this article has to say because I haven't actually read this one. So I'm definitely going to I'm interested in this one. Yeah, they're still around, Miss Nixa. Here in Florida, there was a massive boat rally. You know, the voters for Trump. A New Mexico special election is posing an early test of Democrats' 2022 messaging. Democrats in New Mexico are hoping to keep control of the House seat in the state's first congressional district when voters take to the polls on Tuesday to fill a position vacated by Secretary of the Interior Deb Haaland. A recent opinion poll by Republican election blog RRH Election showed Democrat Melanie Stansbury with a comfortable double-digit lead, 49-33, over Republican opponent Mark Moores. Both Stansbury and Moores serve in state legislature. The congressional seat has sat vacant since March, and Haaland, a Democrat, was confirmed as the first Native American to head the Department of Interior. While the central New Mexico district has historically favored Democratic candidates, Republicans are hoping an upset win can help them move closer to taking back the House majority in the next midterm election. But the party faces steep odds in a district that President Biden won in November by 23 points. Democrats hold a razor-thin advantage of only 8 seats in the House. New Mexico is a state rich in natural resources and home to one of the nation's largest Native American populations. Stansbury has called on her background in science and promotes herself as a champion of the state's land and water resources. Moore, a third-generation state official, has sought to accuse Democrats of villainizing law enforcement while emphasizing his support for lifting environmental regulations aimed at drilling for oil and gas. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna play. I don't know how that's gonna play out. Wait, this is clickbait. What? This is clickbait. Really? Did we just get debated? This has absolutely nothing to do with posing an early test on the messaging. Because my critique was going to be, I have news for the Democratic Party. If they don't step it up and they don't provide results, they're going to get swept. However, this article is pointing out that the Democratic contender here is in a heavily Democratic area, so that's a non-issue. It could have been anybody, and they would have had a comfortable lead. So this proves nothing. This proves nothing in terms of like early test of how they're gonna do in the you know how early test of Democrats 22 messaging. This has nothing to do with that. This is a comfortable Democratic area. This is a comfy Democratic area. There more than likely any Democratic candidate would win. I mean, the fact that this person is at what, double-digit lead? That's not an area where we can test to see where the messaging is going and how effective the messaging is. That's not good. That's not a good test zone. Not necessarily a good test zone. Yeah, the NPR has been getting clickbaity for a while, and here I wanted to make like an entire thing about how, like, if the Democratic Party refuses to provide answers and refuses to like step it up and actually do results for the people, real palpable results, this is going to be a disaster in the midterms. So I mean, I guess we can just like go into it anyways. My critique is the Democratic Party is already on thin ice. The Democratic Party doesn't have necessarily the Senate, in the sense that, like, yes, they have 50-50 with the Democratic vice president giving the 51 majority. That's not I mean, you don't have what you need right now. And in the House, they have like a razor thin majority. They don't even have a dozen seats for the majority. They're going to get swept if they don't start producing results. It's just that simple. Whatever little majority they have, they need to refocus on giving people, results to the people. What are you going to do for them? How are you going to turn this around economically? I mean, what's the plan here? What's the plan? Because this whole, like, oh yeah, we're not Republicans game plan isn't going to work anymore. You're the ones in supposed power, what little power you have right now. You guys are in control, supposedly. That's not gonna fly anymore. That's not gonna fly anymore. Aww. That's cute. Well, that's unfortunate. Why you do this to me, NPR? Why you do this to me? Anyways, so the TLDR of what I wanted to say was, yeah. Yes, thank you, Darknet. Basically, in a better summary of terms, that's what it is. They just keep making promises and not really delivering, right? Not really delivering, or they say they'll continue to talk about it, or maybe they'll give us like a small version of it. I mean, it's like you're not delivering, bro, and that's a problem. And that's a problem because the people, what monumental effort did we do to get those 2 seats in Georgia? What monumental effort did we do to get those 2 seats in Georgia? Okay? For what? For what? And what, like, little promises they do try to deliver get, like, bogged down in the name of bipartisanship. That's not gonna work. Deliver results, or you will be swept in the midterms. That's it. That's it. Yeah, maybe they Yeah, they could promise to give the rest of the 2000 in 2022. Yeah, if you vote for us, uh, we'll give you the rest of the 2000 that we owe you. Unbelievable. Yeah. Well, they're the ones in power now. Albeit with little power they have, they are the ones who get to set the agenda. They're the ones who get to set how things go. What little power they have is just like completely squandered and not being used effectively. I mean, we need to. I get it. There have been some good things, sure. There have been some minute improvements within the Biden administration. I get it. There have been some good things. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to take away from that. But that's it. It's just like we're facing a lot of core issues that just continuously, even before the Trump era, continuously keep getting the can keeps getting kicked down the road every single time, right? And none of this is getting fixed. Where is the serious action in an attempt to solve the just unsustainable income inequality? Where is the action about having a serious plan to deploy to tackle climate change? I mean, we get all this fancy and frankly good rhetoric, but where is the plan? Where's the thing that you're supposed to be doing? These are just going to lead to a disaster in 2022, and which sets us back even further. So I mean, it's bad. Roosters are very protective. I choose not to mess with them if I have a choice. True. One would say they're pretty cocky. That's pretty funny. Alright, folks. We're gonna take a quick break. And, this is an opportunity to take a second to show for myself. If you enjoyed the channel, folks, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you head on over to the YouTubes, like the stream, subscribe to the YouTubes, and share, like, subscribe, do all that awesome stuff. Follow me on the Twitters. And if you enjoyed the channel, spread the word far and wide that this is the chillest place. Tell everybody and anybody. Tell everybody and anybody that this is the chillest place to be for news and politics Monday through Thursday. And if you guys want to hang out with us on Saturday with the co-host, we usually play video games. We usually just hang out with the kitty cats. We have a Saturday Catterday. We also have the Discords. The Discords go on the YouTubes. Exactly. On the YouTubes. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. It really does help us out. And spread the word far and wide. Like, everywhere. Oh, wow. I actually typed out Discords. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Okay, there we are. And of course, if you enjoy the content so much and want to support the content, because this is all supported by you guys, there's multiple different ways of doing it. There's merch as Heat ordered a whole bunch of stuff. Thank you, I appreciate that. Subs, biddies, donos, all that awesome stuff. I appreciate all of you guys hanging out here. You guys are just absolutely amazing, and thank you, Xanthi, for bringing all these wonderful folks in here this morning. Thank you guys. I'll be right back, I promise. In fact, hold on. Let me take a quick break, but the quick break, how about you guys come with me for a second? Okay, just a quick break. How about you guys come with me? Let me do this here. How about you guys come with me? Alright? Excuse the mess, but come with me. Alright? Hold on, folks. BRB. Was the son? My son decided the best thing for him was to sit on my shoulder like a parrot. Yes, we're going IRL for a second. Alright folks, we're back. What kind of stream is this? Left, right, independent, or journalistic? Well, you can be independent and you can be left or right. You can be left and right and be quote-unquote independent. In other words, it doesn't have to necessarily be a mainstream source. You can tell because yes, this is more lefty friendly. Yes, this is an AnCat stream. Exactly. Yes, this stream is hosted by Bakita the cat. That's just what we do here. I'm in. There we go. I thought we were all striving well, the only striving dictator is me. Obviously. I'll stick around and see how this goes. The only striving dictator is me. Well, me and the cat. We have co-dictatorial powers, right? Me and this cat on stream have co-dictatorial powers. That's what the cat wants you to think. I'm watching the cat. Okay, I'm watching it. I thought we were all eco-Bidenists. True. Alright, folks. Stop. Okay. Echoing QAnon forums, Michael Flynn appears to suggest a Myanmar-style coup should happen in the US. Totally normal, totally not unhinged. Michael Flynn, former President Trump's national security advisor, appeared to endorse a Myanmar-style coup in the United States on Sunday. Yeah. Nice. We're echoes. I didn't. True. Oh man. I wish, like, I'm laughing, but I'm crying because I'm laughing and I'm crying because it's like true. Sunscreen needs to be more affordable. True. For months, QAnon and Trump-supporting online forums have celebrated the deadly military coup in Myanmar and suggested the same should happen in the US so Trump could be reinstated as president. Well, there is a silver lining here, folks. Notice the change of language here. we're making progress, okay? Here, the languages could be reinstated as president. In other words, they acknowledge that he is actually not the president, and they acknowledge that he actually lost the election. Okay, so we're making, oh boy, we're making progress, folks. We're making progress. Flynn made the comments at an event in. Flynn made the comments at the event in Dallas on Sunday that was attended by prominent peddlers of QAnon conspiracy theories and the big lie. I want to know. I don't think any of them knew what they're actually talking about, to be honest. Probably not. I want to know what happened in Myanmar. I want to know why what happened in Myanmar can't happen here. A member of the audience who identified himself as a Marine. Wait, hold on. This was a question posed by someone who identified themselves as a member of the armed forces. Take that in for a second. That this happened at a like, you know, event, right? A rally or an event. A member, a self-identified, I don't know if this is true or not, but a self-identified member of the armed forces asked, I want to know why what happened in Myanmar can't happen here. And of course, his response, and this is again a former general of the armed forces and former national security advisor making this response, because like, who knows, maybe we'll give the benefit of the doubt. We'll say maybe he's asking, like, you know, I want to know why what happened in Myanmar can't happen here. In other words, like, what security differences do we have here that will prevent something like that happening? Whatever. Maybe that was not the intention. It doesn't matter. The question posed here is already kind of sus, but the answer is even worse. the answer is even worse. No reason, I mean, it should happen here. There's no reason, that's right. In other words, he's saying it should happen here. A military coup style against the United States should happen here. Because that's how we solve problems. We depose people we don't like, and we advocate for military coups. Nice. Former general, first of all, of the armed forces, and a former national security advisor. Just take that in. Take that in for a second, folks, to see the level of unhingedness that this is. The video I saw said it can and it should. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's what he said. Is Parler still a thing? Yep. Yeah. A message posted to a Parler account used by Flynn on Monday claimed Flynn's words had been twisted and he was not calling for a coup. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Lawyer Sidney Powell. I don't know why they put lawyer in front of her name. That's a bit of a stretch. Who has represented Flynn in the past, said Monday that he had in no way encouraged any act of violence or military insurrection. She claimed that the media had grossly distorted Flynn's comments. She did not explain why Flynn answered the question the way he did. Yeah, I mean, wait, you can't... These are your words, my dude. If you didn't mean the thing that you did, if you didn't mean the thing you meant, then why speak in this manner? Jesus Christ. Powell was present at an Oval Office meeting in the closing weeks of the Trump presidency, during which Flynn suggested that Trump could invoke martial law as part of his efforts to overturn the election. So there's precedent for this, right? There's precedent as to where this guy's mindset was. Like, okay, dudes, it's very hard to tell me that that's not what you meant when there's clear precedent previously that you suggested that it would be okay, or possibly invoke martial law, and then say that we're twisting these words out of context. I mean, it seems like you have precedent as to where your mindset is. So I don't know if this was grossly distorted. It wasn't clear whether Trump endorsed the idea, but others in the room forcefully pushed back and shot it down. Yeah, no duh. Some QAnon followers are obsessed with the idea that the U.S. military will somehow put Trump back in office again. I know it's just a millimeter of progress, but we are at the point where they acknowledge that this guy isn't the president and that he lost the election, right? So we're at that point. So, I mean, maybe by next year, maybe by next year, we can work on accepting that there was no widespread election fraud, and maybe we can work on just completely getting rid of the whole QAnon conspiracy theory out of our heads. Yeah, one baby step at a time, folks. Keep saying it's because they have worms for brains, and it's true. Speaking at the same event in Dallas, Flynn earlier in the weekend, falsely claimed that Trump had won. He won the popular vote and he won the electoral college vote. Neither of those things are true. Representative Liz Cheney of Wyoming, whom House Republicans recently voted to remove her leadership position after she publicly repeatedly rejected Trump's claims, tweeted on Monday, "No American should advocate or support the violent overthrow of the United States," linked to the article with the news of Flynn's Sunday remarks accompanied the tweet. Yeah, I mean, like, this is just complete unhinged. Like, these people are completely gone. In terms of, like, sane, logical thought, right? This is not normal. And this is where the GOP is heading. I mean, they elected QAnoners. They continued to platform these people, and what's worse, we've got elected representatives got to go to an appointment. Thanks for the show. Of course, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate that. I like blue crayons, reporter. So you say like blue crayons? Why? I've never seen anything like that. You media people are so vicious, so nasty. What's wrong with you people? Yeah. Yeah. So, Representative Elena Luria, a Virginia Democrat who vice chairs the House Armed Service Committee, said Monday that Flynn's comments were dangerous and incredibly concerning, and she thinks official action against him should be considered. Yeah, I mean, these claims are disturbing simply because of like who he is. Simply because who he is, or who he was, and what positions of power he had. It's why that's disturbing, right? That's why it was disturbing. Because if this was just some rando on the internet, it wouldn't matter. But this guy was a former general of the armed forces, former national security advisor to the United States. I mean, this whew, I can't like even fathom as to why anybody is like not like just as a universal thing just condemning this immediately. But you know, we've got other elected representatives who are just completely divorced from reality. Our good friend Louis Gohmert. Over the weekend, hundreds have gathered for a 4-day conference with ties to prominent QAnon figures to listen to keynote speakers who repeated false claims that former President Trump won the 2020 election. Again, this is continuously being platformed by the GOP, right? This is not okay. This is just not okay. Repeatedly false claims that President Trump won the 2020 election appear to welcome a Myanmar-style coup in the United States and dismissed the significance of the January 6th insurrection. Among those speakers was one sitting congressman. With the slogan for QAnon and extremist ideology that the FBI has deemed a domestic terrorist threat shining on stage behind him, Louis Gohmert spoke to a crowd gathered for God and Country Patriot Roundup on Saturday, where he downplayed the seriousness of the January insurrection at the U.S. Capitol and criticized Democrats for pushing an independent review of the deadly event. He suggested that it wasn't just right-wing extremists rioting in the Capitol, even though federal officials have consistently debunked those claims and that leftist activists played a role in the attack. He also suggested that the insurrection shouldn't be a serious concern because the U.S. has weathered worse, including foreign attacks. Wait, that's not the problem. Wait, no. It's a bigger issue because it came from within. Okay. Some of us think Pearl Harbor was the worst attack on democracy. No. Pearl Harbor was a direct attack on the country, not on democracy. Some of us think 9/11 was the worst attack on democracy. No. 9/11 was a direct attack on us, on the United States. It had nothing to do with an attack on democracy. What are you talking about? This is like a complete, this is irrelevant. This has nothing to do with any of this. These are outside actors just simply attacking the country. Unbelievable. Gohmert later post with a post for a photo with QAnon promoting podcaster who has claimed that he had participated in the January 6th riot, reported Media Matters for America, liberal media watchdog group. Gohmert's office did not immediately return a request to comment for his participation in the conference. This is just wild. The fact that any GOP elected official is even entertaining these ideas, is even entertaining the concept of just appearing as a speaker in any of these events is just unbelievable to me, because it continues to perpetuate this nonsense. Hey, Anarchist Laboratory, how's it going? I think I did it right. Yes. Go follow twitch.tv/Anarchist Laboratory. Gohmert has previously dismissed concerns over the deadly violence at the Capitol, including last month when he inaccurately claimed that most of those people who were involved in the Capitol had been nonviolent, peaceful Americans whose only crime was supporting Donald Trump. Gohmert, who represents a slice of eastern Texas, had been a loyal Trump ally. He promoted the former president's baseless claim of election fraud and even filed a lawsuit challenging the 2020 election results. That suit was promptly dismissed by a federal judge 12 hours later. God. Nice meme. Hey, thanks for following us into Six Psycho. Although Gohmert was the only sitting member of Congress to speak at the event, several prominent Trump backers also made waves at the conference, which has tried to distance itself from QAnon, while also being completely on board with some of these conspiracy theories. Some attendees told the Dallas Morning News that they did not come to discuss the extremist ideology, but the event's logo, which included the phrase, "Oh no, they actually did the thing, WWG1 WGA, a common QAnon slogan." It's the slogan. It's the original slogan. Michael Flynn, a former national security advisor to Trump who pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI and was later pardoned by the former president, faced quick backlash after appearing to suggest that the event at a military coup akin to the one unfolding in Myanmar should happen in the United States. Yeah, that's a nice meme. That's a nice meme. Yeah, so this is the state of the Republican GOP right now, where they're entertaining people like this. They're entertaining people like this. Alright, so we got this video given to us by, I believe, KTS Shine. Let's
Talking
see.
a little bit about vaccination and about Republican Senator Rand Paul. Republican Senator Rand Paul has always been sort of an odd guy, not the person I'd go to for political philosophy or medical advice or
medical
really
advice.
anything. He has been obsessed with badgering Dr. Anthony Fauci and other medical experts with conspiracy theories throughout the pandemic.
Hold on. Is this true? Hey, Memmius, can you find that? Is that on Twitter? Wait, can you find that? Okay, if you can find that, please post it.
Dr. Rand Paul, yes, is refusing to get vaccinated against COVID, apparently for no better reason than he wants to anger liberals. So what do we know about this so far? Senator Rand Paul has now said on a couple of different shows he is not going to get a coronavirus vaccine.
Jeez.
And Rand has said this multiple
Alex,
times. He said it during
jeez.
an interview with John Katzimatidis on his radio show on WABC 770 AM.
It's in the name.
Here is Rand Paul.
Wait. It's in the name. Chronic. Why would they? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Jeez. Ooh.
saying it on, who knows, some other interview that he did. Let's take a listen to it.
Have you received the vaccine yet now that it's, widely available to anybody in the U.S.? Do you plan to?
Yeah, I had the disease naturally.